Hello, and thank you for joining us. This is my live episode that I was trying to do on YouTube. I couldn't log in for some reason, but I have something really important to share with you today. It's about my calendar for October, and that is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to record this and I'm just going to not edit it. It's going to be just like a live video. And this live stream is about the October goal setting calendar promotion. So we have a calendar that I give out every month, and this month is all about setting goals and having a solid foundation for setting these goals. If we have not met yet, my name is Kathie Owen, and welcome to my YouTube channel and my Kathie's Coaching Podcast. This is all about the calendar that I created for the month of October, which is the beginning of the resolution revolution. And setting goals is the foundation for creating a habit that sticks, for creating something that is going to actually propel you forward and give you momentum. I created this calendar because I am the corporate wellness director at OcuSoft, and as part of my job, I create this calendar every month. But it goes hand in hand with what I do as a fitness trainer. I'm also a life coach. And so it's funny because when I'm coaching somebody, it comes down to this one thing: setting a goal and sticking with it. And it's almost like they think I'm magic. They go, "This accountability is incredible. I'm actually achieving my goal this time." But it's really them that's doing the work. And this calendar is going to help you understand the first premise that we work on when setting a goal. I'm working on what's called the resolution revolution, and it starts in October and ends in December because I want to have my clients set their New Year's resolutions to help them stick through the holidays and see that they do this already and how this is going to propel them forward. Setting a goal and having a foundation for setting your goals is super important. That's what we talk about this month. In fact, the very first day of October, we talk about what is your why? What is your why? Because if you have a purpose behind your goal, it's going to help you stick to it. Let me explain how that works. I just recently read this really good book. And at the very beginning of the book, the author was very smart. They said, "Now I want you to promise yourself you are going to finish this book. Read all the way through and finish this book." Now, granted, the book was really good, so that was kind of easy to do. But I made that promise to myself, and I did finish the book. That became my why to finishing that goal. And every goal we set, we need to have a why behind it because that's going to give us purpose and drive and reason for doing what we're doing. Another prompt that's in the calendar is progress, not perfection. And I can't stress this enough. We can be so hard on ourselves and give up right before we get to our goal. And progress, instead of perfection, will help you not do that. For example, I have a friend that is trying to read a book a month, and she takes the book and cuts some pages up into how many days are in the month. So that could mean she's going to read up to 10 pages a day for a 300-page book. And some days she's going to do that. And some days she's probably not. How is she going to handle that? Is she going to see the progress that she has made? Or is she going to look at it as, "Oh, this is just it"? See, on my website, I have the words "lack of motivation sucks. Don't let that be you." And I have that there for a reason. It's almost across the board every time I ask people or I do market research for my projects or my products and services. And even as the corporate wellness director, I find that the number one reason I'm given for the fact that they don't exercise or they don't finish their goals is they lack motivation. So those two things on that on that prompt on the calendar, the find your why and progress and not perfection are going to push you through when you don't have motivation. Because guess what? It's going to happen. You're going to lack motivation. And motivation is the thing that will push you through. But if you have the habit, that I'm going to go back to this. If you have a habit and you establish a habit, and your habit becomes unconscious, you're going to just do it. It's going to motivate you anyways because you're just going to stick with it. And you're going to be ready when you do hit hiccups. I talk about that all the time. So there are benefits for following this calendar. It will help you stay focused. And we're about to enter the holiday season when a lot of things happen and it gets commotion and a lot of hiccups. Let's just be real. It's a lot of hiccups. And as a fitness trainer, I honestly like working out at this time of year because the gym starts to get empty. There's more room in the gym. There's no interruptions, and it's just a lot better. But having said that, I don't want my clients to give up. I want them to still trek along and get through it. So I created this calendar to help motivate them to set their goals now before we hit the holiday season, because November is going to be about consistency and action. And consistency and action are the things that burn the bridge of procrastination. They will push you through. And then December is going to be about a celebration and also review. So we're going to review actually not just the last 3 months, we will review the entire year. But I'll show you the structure that I work with my clients. So when you download this calendar, the link will be in the show notes and the description below. But when you download this calendar, it will take you to a blog. There's a blog with every calendar I've done recently, but it's always going to be there. And you will always have access to it as long as you're on my email list. And so you can have access to the calendars, access to the prompts, but I take it a step further. I have a network or a community on Mighty Networks. And inside that community, it's called the Transformation Tribe with Kathie. Well, the only way to get into that community is through my email list or through somebody you may know that's in the community. And then inside that community, I have all the journal prompts for the calendar. I have daily discussions on it. I will jump into the community sometimes and do group coaching, and just all kinds of fun things go on in there. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but that's an option that is there. Again, you can download the calendar by going to the link in the description or the show notes below. And I was going to open the floor for any questions, and right now, I'm just coming up with some questions, and I already alluded to this, what inspired the creation of this calendar. Well, every month I create a calendar for different things, just depending on what the topic is. For example, September was focus, because the reason why I picked focus, and I found that my coaching clients love this as well, is because at the company that I work for, that I'm the corporate wellness director, we have the Calm app. And inside the Calm app, there's an analytics that I get as the wellness director that showed there were huge spikes in lack of focus. Of course, makes sense. Part of the reason why I came up with my flow course was because of the focus that was being missed. It's just the way of the world, the nature of the world, and finding focus will help you, which is a great prelude to October, where we're talking about setting foundational goals that will help you have your purpose, understand your why, understand when you do hit hiccups. But the next question I see is, how is this calendar different from other goal setting tools? Well, there are unique themes in every calendar that leads right into that. And I integrate both fitness and mindset into the community aspect of the Transformation Tribe. And the reason I talk more about mindset, more about reality creation, more about habits than I do fitness on my channel is, well, number one, I don't really feel like getting on camera and showing all these exercises that I do. That takes also a lot of time. But I find across the board, I've been doing this for 20 plus years, that if I can have a mindset shift in my clients, then that's 97% of my work. Then I can unload the fitness knowledge that I know. Because not only that, not everybody needs to do the same type of workouts. For example, I'm the corporate wellness director at a company where I work with everybody that's ages 20 to probably around 60, 65. And that's a wide range group. But outside of there, my specialty certification is older adult fitness. And I'm considered an older adult myself now. And I've been training older adults for 20 plus years now. And because I've been training them, I have these specialty certifications. I know what works, what doesn't work, and where to be careful, those types of things. And so they all go hand in hand though. But back to mindset. The reason I coach mindset is because if you can have that mindset shift, then and only then can I teach you the fitness that you might need to know that is for you. So another question I have is, who is this calendar designed for? And it's designed for any age. I distribute this calendar at the company I work for as the corporate wellness director. I have people that print this out and put it up at their desk. They share it with their families. And they start asking me where the calendar is for next month, towards the end of the month, every month. And I that just delights me to no end. So that means it's working and it's helpful. And another question I get asked is, how much time will I need to dedicate to the tasks and prompts in the calendar? You do you. That's what you do. If you want to dedicate 15 minutes a day, that's great. If you want to dedicate 2 minutes a day, that's great. The thing about the Transformation Tribe is it's on an app that's on your phone, and you will get an alert daily on what the daily prompt was. You can write in there, you can talk to other people, you can communicate, but let's say you don't want to do that. Well, guess what? It's on a blog. If you just sign up for it, you get the prompt and you get the journal prompt that goes with it as well. So it's a win-win. It doesn't, that's me. That's the way I coach. It's a win for you and it's a win for me. It's whatever time that you have. So another question I get is, what if I miss a day or can't complete a task? I'll go back to the progress, not perfection. We don't have to be perfect. Just follow along. If you've come to October 4th and then you haven't done it since October 4th and you jump to October 10th, or maybe you want to jump back to September and do September before you do October, that is fine. Or let's say this. Let's say you listen to this at, I don't know, in March of 2024. That's fine too. You can go download the calendar because that link there takes you to the October blog post, and you can use those days to help you. It's all about setting a foundation for your goals. So another question I might get is, what should I do if a particular prompt I find it challenging or maybe not even relevant to my situation? I would beg to differ that you don't find it relevant to your situation. Because let's say one of the prompts in the month is making a blueprint. It doesn't matter what goals you're setting. We all need to follow some kind of structure to make your goals work for you. I don't have my fitness goals where I have to pay attention to them because I've already established them as a habit. But my business goals, my YouTube channel, for example, I have goals that I have to stick to on that. And I follow these prompts. I've got a blueprint already set up for my YouTube channel. Eventually, hopefully, it'll become easy and a habit, and it just happens naturally. But that it will be relevant unless Perhaps you just don't want to set goals and that's not in you. And you probably aren't even listening to this, and that's okay. Another question I get asked is, will there be more calendars or tools like this in the future? And absolutely, every month I already prepare this for the company that I work for as their wellness director. So I already prepare this for them, but I also incorporate it into my coaching business, which is Kathie's Coaching. You can find that at kathieowen.com. I talk about growth mindset, healthy habits, fitness, reality creation, and reality transurfing. And those things they all go together. And I will have more calendars like this. Like I mentioned before, November will be about consistency and taking action. I always say action burns the bridge of procrastination. And that is what November is going to be all about. And then December will be about reflection and review, because we've all got to review our goals and then build on them. So guess what? When it comes to January, you will be ready for more New Year's resolutions and even have a win in your pocket if you start today. So I invite you to join the calendar email list and get your calendar for the month, as well as you will also be getting tips from me about different courses that I have that are free online. I have a course on finding flow, which flow is where challenge meets skill, and and there are also positive psychology downloads to help you work on finding flow. And then I also have a reality creation challenge where you can learn about reality transurfing and reality creation and the concepts that I teach. This actually coincides with Eckhart Tolle's teachings of a new earth and letting go. Positive psychology is also in there, non-attachment, the pendulums, what they are, and they're just thought structures that everybody thinks that only want your energy, and also finding advantage in everything. So I want to thank you for listening to this, watching this wherever you may be. If you know somebody who can benefit from this, please share it with them. And I will have a video for you next week. And obviously, I had some struggles going live on YouTube. So therefore, this did not work. But I promise you, this is pretty much live. You probably heard me coughing in here. And you probably see that I did not edit this. And so it's the same thing. But I trust that you found it helpful. And thank you for spending part of your day with me. And until next time, I will see you next time. Peace out and namaste.